You think things are hot now? Wait until the best bull riders in the world converge on Lakeside for the 19th annual Bulls Only Rodeo. Yeah, they're back in town, and it's going to be an extravaganza for one and all. It's one of your best value entertainment buck spent you can do here in San Diego County, and two men are here to talk all about it. I am joined now by Rodeo Chairman Brent Woolsey and professional bull rider Mr. Steve Carter. Steve, welcome to KUSI. Brent, welcome back to KUSI.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with Chairman. Tell us about the history. You're now in your 19th year, right?
Yep, this is a fundraiser put on by the Lakeside Optimist Club. All of our proceeds from this event go back into the youth of the community, so we're supporting, whether it be the football team at El Capitan or whatever, and we are a charter group of an international group. So
when the football team needs helmets,
we bought them for them last year. You know, all the way down to the little guy that can't afford to go on the field trip to Washington, D.C. They come for us, they ask for some help, and that's what we're there for.
Lakeside's a pretty special place, isn't it?
Very tight-knit community. Yeah.
Speaking of Lakeside, Mr. Carter, how many times have you competed at this venue?
I've been there twice now. This will be my third year. Had so much fun, I had to come back.
And you're coming off a little break, are you not?
Yes, sir.
So when you're away from the Bulls, are you anxious to get back, or do you enjoy the time away?
I mean, it's always nice to have that time where you can stay home and be with friends and family, but once you have that itch, you definitely want to be back at it. And
where's home for you?
Lakeside right now.
All right, very cool. So you know the terrain.
Yes, sir.
Before we get too far into this, for folks who are watching this and want to buy tickets, I assume walking up is one way to do it, but then you have to wait in line. So
and you're going to have to take your chances because ticket sales are moving very rapidly. BullsOnlyRodeo.com. You can call our ticket hotline, 619-443-2447. It's on your screen. Wild Bill's Western Emporium in El Cajon is a retail location. Move fast. This event is selling quickly.
Yeah, it's a fun time at Hadwell, a very affordable time for Hadwell. Steve, when you told the loved ones in your life that, hey, I have this idea. I want to ride 1.5 tons of dynamite for a living. How did that go over with the people who care about you?
Ooh, like a bird with a broken wing.
I mean, yeah, it's not. I assume when you walk into a place and you say, hey, I ride bulls for a living, you automatically become the hot topic of conversation.
Yeah, I mean, at first I had to kind of keep it under the radar a little bit, but as they grew and things like that outgrow what you tell people, you know. So when it got to that point, it was a lot easier for them to accept it at that point.
So just tell us how did it happen for you? How did you say, hey, I think I can do this?
Pinching calves in the corral up against the gate. And then we'd pinch them, put on a baler's twine, whatever we could find for rope, and then throw the gate open and ride them across the corral.
And then you've said, hey, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
So I'll try a bull next. So this event, besides local guys like him, it's international, is it not?
It is. We are the only IPRA, International Professional Rodeo Association, sanctioned on the West Coast. So we've got riders from deep south, I'm talking Venezuela, far north to Quebec, the East Coast, Carolinas, Texas, Oregon, you name it.
So guys, do we know ranked guys are going to be here and stuff?
We've got some real talent coming, and I'm not going to spoil the party. You're going to have to show up and see it firsthand, but there's some quality riders coming.
Steve, what do good riders have in common?
The focus and just knowing that why they're there. You know, you drive 16 hours to a rodeo, it can be real easy to get off track and forget why you're there, you know, especially coming to San Diego.
Because
the first time I came from South Carolina to here, you know, you got the beach, all these pretty blondes running around. It's real easy to get off track.
I've heard, for a young guy like that who rides bulls for a living, I imagine that's a great opening line, huh? Hey, I ride bulls. Oh. So let's, just talk. We're going to show some more video. You want to stay on for 8 seconds, I get that, but how's a ride scored?
All right, so 50% of it comes from the bull, 50 comes from the rider and how well he rides it, you know. So just because the guy rides doesn't mean he's going to be the winner. You know, you've got to be able to ride that bull with authority, you know, spur him and keep your body centered the entire time to get the maximum of your score.
And you want the best bull then?
Yes, sir.
Which is the hardest bull to stay on.
Yeah.
So, do you get heat from people who are worried about the bulls? I mean, the health of the bull?
You know, these bulls are no different than an NFL player or a track star. These bulls are athletes. They are maintained like athletes. Heart Bar Rodeo happens to be our stock contractor, general stock contractor, and the way he takes care of his animals is impeccable. We have veterinarians that come out on site and do wellness checks. And again, I can't emphasize enough. These are the bread and butter of the contractor, and they got to keep them in shape.
Yeah, you're not going to abuse your bread and butter.
That's right.
So are you ready to take the 8-second challenge? For people who've never been to a rodeo, you have to stay on board for 8 seconds. I'm betting you can almost say to a T when 8 seconds are up. And naturally, I didn't bring my stopwatch. But hey, guys, can you back there keep a track on 8 seconds? All right, Mike Short's going to keep a track on 8 seconds. I'm going to say go, and we're going to play some music. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to tell me when you're going to raise your hand in 8 seconds. Okay?
All right.
In 3, 2, 1. How much was you off by? 6 seconds, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it was the pressure of the TV lights. All right, so let's.
There goes another buckle.
It's been a while.
Well, you were talking very interesting about it, how it just. First of all, I can't help but notice one of your sponsors, Real Time Pain Relief. That's not a joke, right? I mean,
I mean, that was really a blessing for me to find them and then be able to help them. And there also will be a booth at the rodeo this weekend for them.
What's your worst injury?
Oh, broke neck probably is probably the scariest.
Yeah, I bet. Speaking of great sponsors, I assume Elko and Ford is Paul Dyke and Paul Leader are supporting.
We have some awesome sponsors. Elko and Ford has been a corporate sponsor of Bulls Only Rodeo since its inception, and Verona Resort, Budweiser, and then there's the smaller sponsors. And without the Carter's Hay and Grain and the Rock and Block Hardscape, Neil Rodvold, formerly Alpine Rock, all these sponsors put together allow us to put this event on, which ultimately, as I said, is giving back to the youth of the community.
Well, we're honored to be friends to you. I mean, you've been very good to us. We're going to throw the graphic up one more time. Steve, you've got 15 seconds. Tell people why they should come watch you ride a bull.
It's the hottest sport on dirt.
All right. For Steve Carter and for Brent Wills, everybody, I am done. Back to you guys on the news desk.